This is my PS4 Slim. I got this on Facebook Marketplace. Me and my brother both went in on it about a year and a half ago. This was not expensive. I don't really know why both of us needed to pay for it, but I was very broke at the time and I still am broke, and I guess that's part of the reason why I'm making this video a little bit. My brokenness has kind of forced me to think about why, I don't know, part of this video is just learning to appreciate my PS4 and to stick with it, but another part of it is thinking about why I use the PS4 still and why I've not upgraded, and realizing that it is deeper than just not having enough money to buy a new console, because I know by now I probably could have saved up enough to buy like a PS5 or a PC or something like that, but there's been something that's kind of been stopping me from doing that, multiple things which I will get into, and I just wanted to talk about them today. I really thought that 2025 would be the year that I got a new console, because I've really gotten into video games and I really want to play some of the more modern games, and so I really thought that I would invest my money and get either a Switch 2 or a PS5 or a PC or something like that. I really wanted to be one of the people who bought a Switch 2 day one. I remember when all the talk about it was coming out, I would watch videos about the specs and things and watch the directs that were happening earlier this spring, because I really like my Switch. But as we all know, the Switch 2 did not really go the way a lot of people thought it was going to, myself included. And so I have kind of opted out of that for now. We'll talk about it. Gaming in general this year has just been very weird. It's had kind of a strange vibe. And yes, I am pretty new to video games, but I've kind of been able to sense how off things have been. And I don't know, the prices of all the consoles going up recently with tariffs and with the RAM prices going up and all of that AI kind of stuff that I don't really know a whole lot about, so I'm not going to talk about it too much because I don't know what I'm talking about. But all that kind of stuff happening, it really got me thinking about what I do have in front of me as far as video games go. What really inspired this video as well was me playing Elden Ring on the PS4 Slim that I own, and really enjoying my experience and really just stopping to wonder, why do I need better than this? I feel like there's a whole lot more for me to explore with it, and I don't know if I'm quite ready to move on, especially to a console that I feel like is not really worth what it's asking. On top of all this, rumors of the PlayStation 6 have been floating around a little bit, and I know that we're probably like a year or two out from it, but another part of me is like, why don't I just, if I'm not super sure about things right now, why don't I just wait until the PlayStation 6 comes out, save up my money a little more, go through my backlog and really clean things up and really appreciate the games. I don't want to be a victim of all the FOMO, that goes around online and buying the new console and buying the newest games. The games in the consoles are always going to be there. Knowing PlayStation and then the way they work, PlayStation 5 games and maybe even PlayStation 4 games will probably be playable on the PlayStation 6. And so I don't really know if I really want to get a PlayStation 5. Anyways, I want to move into a couple reasons I've written down here as to why I'm sticking with my PS4 for now, and why maybe you could too if you're a PS4 gamer and this is something you've been thinking about. Obviously you clicked on this video for a reason. And so hi, my name is Hiram, by the way. This is my YouTube channel. I don't really know what I'm doing here on YouTube, but I really enjoy making these videos. I really enjoy talking to all of you. So yeah, let's get into this a little bit. The first reason is one I kind of touched on already, is the prices and the economic state of the world. I just feel a real lack in motivation to pay for things right now. Pay for really anything that I don't need. I mean, a lot of us are struggling financially, myself included. I'm a college student. I currently don't have a job. I've been living off of savings for the last semester. I just actually applied for a job today. We'll see how that goes, because I do need more money now. But I don't have a lot of money to be throwing around for video games and for consoles, and where a lot of these consoles and things are asking a lot more lately, it just makes it a lot less appealing. The price of the PS5, the Xbox Series X, and the Switch 2, or the original Switch, have all gone up in the last year. The Switch 2 has not gone up in price, but it was introduced at a pretty high price, at least for what they're asking. In my personal opinion, I feel like it is a little bit much. The second thing I want to touch on is I've kind of noticed a lack in really mind-blowing games. I don't know if I really do want to play Expedition 33, the Claire Obscure game. There have been a few games like that have really gotten my attention, but aside from that, I haven't really noticed like banger after banger coming out like we've kind of seen in the past with the Switch generation and even the PS4 generation. I just feel like we saw a lot more games rapidly coming out that were really great, and it just feels like this generation they're milking the past a little bit. There has been a lot of FOMO online and stuff, but for me, I've not really felt that personal FOMO, like I need this game, I need this new thing, you know? Also, on top of that, the library of the PS4 is absolutely huge, and there is so much that it offers that I didn't really know about, because I am tapped into what is going on in games currently, so I guess I kind of forget at times how much I've missed out on with the PS4 generation and the original Switch even, because I own a Switch, how much I could be getting out of both of those things while I wait for the right time for me to buy a new console. I did make a video about this about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I don't really remember, but the Steam machine is something that could possibly sway me with all this. I really find that console attractive. I know it's not a console, it is a PC, but it operates in a way that, like, I am a console gamer, I don't have a PC or anything, and so it is very attractive to me as somebody who mostly plays on console. I feel so funny holding this microphone like this. I feel like I'm giving some kind of like speech about video games. I'm not a huge fan of the microphone, by the way. It makes me feel like a little detached, but this is the best way to get audio right now. Maybe in the future I'll get like a clip-on mic, but anyways, that's not a part of the video. The last thing I really want to touch on is I have seen other people making videos about like the whole anti-consumerism push that's going on with some people right now, and I really resonate with that. I really feel like a lot of these companies are just not offering what they could and what they should, and charging a lot more. And I know that the world is in a place that it makes it very hard for them to offer certain things and push the costs onto us so that they don't have to bite them. But I just don't really feel like that's all that fair, you know? I think these companies could take a little bit more of a hit for what's happening to the world rather than pushing it on us, and then they don't have to see any of the negative effects of the money situation. I feel like that should be something that we all experience, the companies and us, rather than just pushing it onto us. I've never really felt like that's all that fair. I really do want to see the state of the gaming industry improve. I know we're kind of experiencing a dip right now with all of the uncertainty with AI and the data centers taking up all the chips that are used to make these consoles, and that potentially threatening the cost of all the consoles and whether consoles will even be affordable at all in the future. I know there's some people who are worried that eventually gaming might just become all cloud, you know? No consoles will be made because they'll push us to believe that the easiest and the most efficient way to play games is on the cloud. I don't really want to do that. I'm not a crazy physical game collector. I mean, I'm okay to buy some games digitally, especially on my Switch. I really think it's not that big of a deal, but I do really respect physical game collecting, and I feel like it should be an option always. As somebody who's kind of neutral about it, I really do still believe in it, and I do watch some content of people who do a lot of physical game collecting, and I've seen that perspective, that side of it, and I really do agree with that aspect of it. I'm not really saying that I'll never buy one of these consoles. I know I will eventually. I know for sure I'll buy a Switch 2 when Zelda comes out. I'm a huge Zelda fan. I don't know if I'll be able to like hold myself back. I've kind of made a decision within the last few months to not really give money to Nintendo. I'm not on good terms with them right now. I know that's so funny because I'm just some guy in their company and what I do does not affect them. But just out of principle, I haven't really wanted to buy a lot of their stuff. Just with the $80 games, just a lot of this stuff they're doing is kind of I'm not really jiving with that all that much. So I'm kind of taking a break from giving them money a lot right now. So if I do get a Switch 2, I'll probably buy one used. I want to talk now a little bit about some of the games I haven't played yet on PS4 that I really want to get into. The Resident Evil games have recently caught my attention through some streamers that I watch, and I've never played a scary game ever. They look horrifying to me, and I'm a little baby about that. I'm not the hugest horror fan, but I think if anything, any type of horror content I would enjoy, I believe it would be video games, especially what I've seen so far with like Silent Hill and Resident Evil. Both of those look like fun games to me. I haven't played any of the Uncharted games yet, and a lot of these games are games that most people have probably played. I just kind of missed out on because I live under a rock. The Last of Us, I haven't played that yet. Ghost of Tsushima, is that how you say it? I haven't played that yet either. I think Ghost of Yotei, is that like a successor to that? I think it is. I don't really know. Both look really good and I want to play both. I know Ghost of Yotei is, I think that one's just on PS5, but I want to start with the first one. The Spider-Man game or games, I haven't played any of those yet. Persona 5, I have never really played a game like Persona 5, but I've heard a lot of good things about it and I really enjoy the soundtrack. I've heard some of the music for it and I love it. For that reason alone, I kind of want to play it. Music can definitely make me want to play a game and be the difference of whether I enjoy it or not. I am a huge music fan. The Final Fantasy VII Remake. I've been wanting to get into Final Fantasy for a while now, and I actually just bought the remake. I just got this. Just got it at GameStop for about $18. I'd say that's a pretty good deal. I booted it up, it works fine. And a lot of these games are games that people consider to be masterpieces that I just have not tried yet, you know, and I feel like that's insane that I have this whole console with a lot of these brilliant games on it that I just have not tried yet. And I do think for the PS4 I will get into more physical game collecting. I know I'm going back to that a little bit, but it feels really good to hold these games in my hand and look at them and have them all on my shelf. But yeah, that's kind of all I've got for this video today. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. I don't entirely know what my plans are for this channel, but I really like talking about video games. I don't really have anybody in my life to talk to them about, because my family doesn't really care. No one in my family plays video games except for one of my brothers. He and I play Minecraft together. I only have like 1 or 2 friends that play video games. That's mainly why I wanted to start this channel, is to just kind of like be here and talk about my thoughts with different things. So if you like that kind of thing, feel free to stick around. I'd love to have you. Go out there and play some fun games. Comment down below what games you're playing right now. And if you're a PS4 gamer, I would love to know about what your feelings are with all this. I love my PS4 Slim. A lot of people complain about how it makes a lot of noise. Personally, I haven't heard it make any noise except for when it's like updating and stuff. And I played Elden Ring on it and it ran great. I think there was only a few parts where the frame rate was a little janky, but anyways, I hope you all have an amazing day. Thank you for watching.